Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sports Factory Podcast. We are back like we never left. We back to the football content. It's been a while, right? It's been a while. Like the last 5-6 months, 95% was basketball, but that is done. It's football time, and many things happening. Training camp has started for every single team in the league, so now that's how you know we ramping up. Now things are starting. There's new plot lines, new narratives, and we get to all look, because at the end of the day, we're all really just waiting for the main character to win another one. And just to be honest with you, we just waiting for Patrick Mahomes to win another one. We just waiting for the third one. But we can be a little excited. It's about the journey, And the thing is, these three guys, all three of their teams have expectations. All three of their teams are going to be on ESPN all the time. All three of their teams are going to be everywhere. So, to start off, I'm going to ask y'all, what are y'all expecting? Like, y'all getting hyped. Things are getting, only person who isn't really kind of excited is Maurice, because even though he should be excited, like it was 5 years ago, he'd be very excited, but right now he has such bad expectations and so many bad things happened to him, it's kind of not exciting no more. But what are y'all expecting? Like, who are y'all expecting to take that next step? What are y'all expecting? Are y'all expecting to win your division? Are y'all trying to are y'all like a contender, pretender? How y'all feeling, bro? Y'all tell me, man. Anybody go first?
Just give me one win. That's all I want. I want one win. Cool. I'm happy. I'm happy at the end of the day.
Is it against anyone specifically, or do you just want to win one game?
One game. That's all I want.
But do you think if you win one game, that means your expectation, like you would have had some of the worst things happen to you ever? Because y'all won 6-7 games with one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen. So you would think with Aaron Rodgers, just one win.
So that's all I want. That's all I want. Just give me one. You muted, John.
Oh, John, you muted.
Why you only want one win? That makes no sense.
Just give me one. I know they're not gonna get one. I know they're not
gonna
get.
Let you get off that easy.
They're not gonna get just one win. But that's all I want. All I want.
One playoff win.
Just one.
That's what you should get. One playoff win. That's a playoff
win. All right,
that's too high. That expectation's too high.
I want that for you too.
That expectation way too high.
That's impossible.
One win. That's all I want.
That's impossible.
If Aaron Rodgers must have got shot. Aaron Rodgers must have gotten shot if that happened.
If they get higher than that, then I'm happy. I'm still happy.
No. We're not gonna let you do that.
Wow. It's the beginning of the football season. We can't let you come on with some stupid stuff like that.
Damn, bro.
We can't let you.
Bro,
no, that's
ESPN, they trying their best to hype up the Jets so bad too. Hard Knocks. They got they showing Garrett Wilson highlights. Like
he killing it too. Oh, he be one of them good routes, boy. Aaron Rodgers here, they look good.
Training camp, I'm like, oh shit, he doing that to linebackers, all types of shit.
He did a Sauce Gardner one time.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Unless he do that shit in game, training camp is ass to me. I don't give two shits about that shit no more. That's why I always say one win.
What do you think they'll do?
Oh, realistically, they're gonna get more than one win.
Yeah,
more than one win.
No. I'm saying what do you see them? How far you see them going? How many wins?
In actuality, give me more than 6 wins. And
you're gonna get way more than 6 wins.
You need 9.
Well,
you need minimum of 9.
I guess it's not way more, but
you need a minimum of 9.
Had one of the best defenses in the NFL.
I looked at my schedule. Well, let's say we go 1-1 against. Let me go look at my schedule again. Let me look at my schedule.
Cook with your schedule. You facing the Broncos, and the Broncos. That's a definite loss.
I got a hard ass schedule, bro. My beginning schedule is hard as shit.
I know, but I mean, y'all had one of the best defenses in the league last year. Now you get one of the best QBs in the NFL, but the thing about Aaron Rodgers is he's just not a good QB. He's a conservative QB that can air it out. That's kind of the best one you can get because you don't have to worry about him throwing interceptions, giving y'all short fields. Until on defense, Zach Wilson, he's probably throwing. How many interceptions he had?
I don't remember. I don't think he threw probably
Aaron Rodgers is gonna move the ball.
He probably had
he's gonna move the ball down the yard,
but
down the field. He's not gonna throw interceptions. Bro. His touchdown to interception ratio is crazy. So your defense can really play how they can be free and play how they want to play.
That man Maurice trying to fight.
You saying one win? That's just impossible. I'm not gonna let you get off with that. If Jesse said one win, then I'll be like, okay, that's fine. But I'm not letting you go with that.
Look, I understand Aaron Rodgers is great, bro. He an excellent quarterback, Hall of Fame. But that don't. But look, he coming to the Jets, Jets. That's ass, bro. You don't understand. I feel like you understand when people come to this team. They start doing different shit. They just start acting weird, bro. Until look,
You never had an Aaron Rodgers.
But look, the fact I never had that shit until he showed me that shit on the field, then my expectation will change. But as of right now, based on previous years I had, that's all I want.
But going based off of last year, bro. Like if y'all had 6 wins with Zach Wilson, like and Mike White, is that his name? QB Mike White. Now he was kind of cold, but whatever.
Mike White.
You go like you can only go up, and then y'all rookie running back, he's gonna be back healthy. Even though I think Michael Carter's pretty solid, he's gonna be back healthy. This is gonna be Sauce's second year. Like no, I'm not letting you say. All right,
so here we go. So we got the Bills. I'm assuming we'll probably lose that. This is in New York. This is in New York. Well, I'll say we lose that.
You can beat Buffalo.
I know we can obviously beat.
Okay.
A lot of these teams.
No, because you did with Zach Wilson. You did with Zach Wilson.
That don't mean we will. All right, we got Dallas. We got the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that could be. We got to stream that. What is that? We got to stream that because Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that's fine.
Then we got the Patriots. All right.
Okay.
Then we got the Chiefs. So that's 2-2. That's all I'm expecting right there. 2-2 at least. That's 2-2 already. Then we got the Broncos.
Not funny.
Maybe. I don't know. That's throw up. Then we got the Eagles. We can lose to the Eagles.
You got an interesting schedule.
Then we got the Giants. Then we have a bye week. Then we got
a lot of streaming. You got a lot of streaming potential. There's a lot of streamable games.
Then we got the Giants after that.
Okay, that's a good Jets Giants. That's cool. Okay, that's cool.
I don't know.
So another streamable game.
That's a throw up as well.
You should win. No, you can win that game.
Then we got the Chargers. I think we losing to the Chargers. Then we got the Raiders. We'll beat the Raiders. We got the Bills at Bills. We're gonna lose to the Bills.
You can split the Bills.
We're gonna split with Dolphins. So you can
split with the Bills too.
We got the Dolphins.
No, you're gonna split with the Bills. Come on.
Then we got the Dolphins. We'll split with the Dolphins. Then we got the Commanders.
You split with all 3 teams. I think you'd be 3-3 in your division. Continue.
We're gonna split all of them.
Yeah, this is very realistic.
Then we got Commanders. We'll beat the Commanders.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Then we got Browns. That's the throw. We'll probably beat the Browns.
I ain't no throw, but beat Deshaun Watson, bro.
And then we finally got the Patriots at the end. Is that not like? What is that? Is that not like 6-7 wins there?
That's 10 wins in my mind.
10
wins.
Yeah.
That's 10 wins. You underestimating how terrible your quarterback was last year, and the fact that you were able still to be competitive. Like you were in games with 0, you scored no touchdown, you still in the game. Like you just need. Aaron Rodgers did not play well, and I know because of my fantasy football, he did not play well last year. But Aaron Rodgers in New York, he has what? Does he have his old OC? Right? He has Nathaniel Hackett, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. He has old OC. He got some weapons now. He don't got no rookies. He got some more established weapons now. He don't have to be like 2011 like Garrett Wilson, but he doesn't have to be like 2011 Aaron Rodgers. That's not what we expect. I'm not expecting. If you got 2011 Aaron Rodgers, you win in 15, 14 games. Like he running through everybody. But if you give me, Aaron Rodgers from last year, maybe a little better version of that, yeah, you can win 10 games.
So I should have said 7 wins then.
Randall Cobb.
They
picked up Randall Cobb, right?
Yeah, he old.
They picked up. I know he old, but I'm just saying like his presence. They
got the guy.
For the young receivers.
They got Alan Lazard.
What about the other receiver?
Yeah, they got the other
Alan
guy
Lazard.
too.
There you go. Alan Lazard is the
Alan
better.
Lazard.
That's the one to say. Yeah.
Is he a number?
That's good.
Is he a number 2 wide receiver? And then we got
Alan Lazard.
Then he got
Garrett Wilson. I think is number 1.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's a solid team.
I still think my wide receiver needs a little bit more. I think my wide receiver group needs a little more work.
How much work do you need with Garrett Wilson? What do you want? Do you want prime Randy Moss? What do you want else? What else do you want?
I would have got.
Not only that, you got Aaron Rodgers. Like that's gonna elevate your receiving core automatically.
We'll see.
That's what a great QB is, bro.
If
you understand what a great QB is?
I feel like if my team gonna suck, actually it don't matter. It don't fucking matter. My team suck, y'all still on my ass, so it wouldn't even fucking matter.
No, I'm not because you roast yourself before we can. It's a very smart tactic to get on yourself so no one else can. That's smart. But I'm not gonna roast you, man. It's fun. It'll be funny. It's gonna be funny. You're gonna be on the headlines a lot.
But I won't be watching it though.
Why not? You got all these streamable games.
I'll be at work. But
but your schedule gonna stay the same for the whole 4 months.
Maybe they might keep me on overnights for 4 months.
They trying to say no. Let's save them from the Jets. Is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to save you from watching Jets games.
I'll be happy as shit too. I'll be like, thank you. I ain't gonna watch it.
No, because if you available,
I'll look at the highlights.
Now, if you're available for Jets Cowboys and Jets Broncos, Jets Giants, boy, there's a bunch of streamable games in that, boy. That's a bunch of games I'm gonna be on stream. That's hilarious. That's good. Good. So I'm expecting 10 wins. You're expecting at least a win. John, how much are you expecting for the Jets?
10 wins?
9 or 10.
10-7 ain't crazy.
I mean, if you had a bad QB and you got 6, and you get one of the all-time best QBs of all time, like you at least got to add 3 wins to that. And I mean, the Bills, y'all can probably sweep the Bills, honestly. The Dolphins.
Yeah, Josh Allen
he really trying to hype this up too. I know.
No, not like that. I'm just saying, like, Josh Allen, great defense. And the bad thing about the Jets last year was, like, when you got a bad QB, like, you have to play defense differently. This go back to the Trayvon Diggs stuff, but I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But when you got a bad QB, you have to play football differently. Like with Russell Wilson, they should have been the defense for the Broncos should have been able to be a little more explosive, but the Broncos couldn't move the ball down the field. So you got
one of the worst quarterbacks in history.
Let's say that. What's stopping me from being the Denver Broncos of last year?
Injuries.
Well,
I don't think Russell Wilson was very he was very much of a meme. Like, Russell Wilson's plot was just circulated with badness. Another thing too, he playing against the main character. He in the main character division. Have you noticed all 3 teams in that division all go through hell consistently? Like, they all curse to hell because one of them had all the plot. Ain't nobody. I told you, watch my quarterback list. Josh Allen got terrible plot. You your division. You got one guy who got concussion problems. You got another guy who is pretty mid, and you got another guy with terrible plot. Go ahead, go crazy, go stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And
Derek got no shot.
Wilson was not like
nobody got no shot.
Rodgers on 2 different levels, and they play different too. So they got 2 different play styles.
Broncos also had 22 players on IR last year.
Oh yeah,
that helps too.
There you go. And their receiving core was good, but like you said, they were hurt a lot.
And Maurice, you got a good receiver. You say you want a better receiving core. Like, what do you need? What else? Like Garrett Wilson, Alazar.
I would take Rodgers defense, but.
You want, like, what else do you need, man? Like, you're good. Gary Wilson has proven that he is.
I feel like
he has enough. He can project to be a number 1 receiver.
Because he got 1,000 yards for Zach Wilson.
What Zach Wilson's crazy and Mike White, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them two giving you 1,000 yards your rookie year. You don't think Aaron Rodgers could? You don't think Aaron Rodgers could help that? Make him like. I think he's good. I think he'll be a good. I think you have a good team, man. I know we'll see is a good way to just like, but that's hilarious. Reese, you're a funny guy. I remember when you so excited when you got Le'Veon Bell. We were so excited you got Le'Veon Bell, but then you realized
they ain't gonna play me no more. Hell no. They ain't gonna play me no more.
Big stage. He made. I think he made like a rap album or something when he did that. I guess he was too focused on rap. Jared.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos. You have Sean Payton. I think you hope that Sean Payton can turn Russell Wilson to like some Drew Brees type of thing. I feel that's the feeling you want. You want that Drew Brees vibe from Russell Wilson, except for the plot at the end. But you want that Drew Brees type of vibe. So. Do you think that Sean Payton can give Russell Wilson that Drew Brees type beat?
Yeah, I think so. I think he has enough control over the team that Hackett clearly didn't have.
See, we had the thing. It's all right. Keep going.
No, but he the OC. He's not the head coach.
Right, keep going.
Terrible head coach. He's a good OC for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I think the culture change is going to be big in Denver, and I'm excited for it.
So, how many wins do you project for the Denver Broncos?
Around 9. Whatever gets us a wild card spot.
Because the wild card should be pretty hard. I'm pretty sure in the AFC, there's 3 spots, but there's a lot of teams. AFC North got 2 to 3 teams that can do it. AFC West, you're trying to get into it. Maurice, he wants his team to get 1 win. That team projects to try to probably get into there. So, I mean, that's going to be pretty competitive. You actually
Give
think?
Me Caleb Williams.
No, you're not. You don't have that. That's crazy. If you're able to get to that point, that's crazy. Something really bad happened. But then I guess something really good happens at the end for you then. But so Jared, so you said 9 wins, right? Do you think you'll beat Patrick Mahomes at least one time?
I think we're good for one time.
This is the year.
This is the year.
Sean Payton, figure it out.
Sean Payton.
Yeah, we almost had it last year, but then Russell Wilson got hurt mid-game and had to leave. It was like 27-24. And we had the ball.
No, but you can't beat the main character. That's tough. You can't be But what do y'all think? What do y'all think about the Broncos? What do y'all think about how many wins they should get, and what do you think the Sean Payton hire can do for the Broncos?
Schedule time.
Bro, I feel like the Broncos every year they seem to have a nice defense. So, and they got Patrick Surtain. So. And then they stole like a couple of our defensive players, so I think they should go up from there. Russell, I don't think he'll, be as bad as he was. Now he got pressure on him. I think he actually, to me,
Y'all got
he plays well
schedule.
under pressure.
Yeah, y'all could definitely get 9.
So, yeah, they probably 9 or 10.
Y'all got Vegas week 1 easy. Washington week 2. Miami, you could beat Miami. You got Chicago. Y'all can start at 4-0. Then you got New York.
Let's do 3-1.
No, but you know the issue with that, I could see that they gonna start off hot. The Chiefs start off a little less hot, and then can the Broncos win the division, and then they start their little slide. They get the little 4-game slide somewhere there. You know what I'm saying?
After New York, you're going to the Chiefs in week 6. That could be the slide. Then you got
away.
Then you got Green Bay. I'll see y'all beat Green Bay, depending on how Jordan Love played. Then you got Kansas City again. Maybe that's
2 and 3.
Maybe that's the one y'all split. I don't know. Maybe who knows? But then you got Buffalo. Then you got Minnesota. You beat Minnesota. Cleveland. You beat Cleveland. Houston. You beat Houston. Chargers. I'll say y'all lose to the Chargers once. Y'all got Detroit. Y'all could beat Detroit got a good defense. Never mind.
No, Detroit got a good team.
But y'all got
Detroit
a good
is a surprise team. I think Detroit can be really good.
Y'all got New England. Y'all could beat New
Detroit won the
England.
division actually.
Then we already split with the Chargers. And then y'all got Vegas. Y'all could beat Vegas. Y'all could sweep Vegas. There you go. That's about 10 wins.
There you go. That easy.
That's about 10-9 wins.
Then the Sean Payton effect get you an easier schedule. Huh?
And there you go. And they bumped the Jets out of the playoffs. And that shit was all for nothing. All for nothing.
Man, hey, that Jets Broncos game, I bet you that's gonna mean a lot. Like week 16, 17, you be like, dang. One of y'all gonna be like, dang, you should have won that stupid game. I think someone gonna feel that loss. It's gonna hurt the standings. I feel that.
It's in Denver, right?
Yes, it is. No. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Jared, you think you could beat the Jets in Denver? Like how confident do you think you beat Maurice's team in Denver?
Not
Russell
very confident.
Why? Y'all got a better wide receiver group than we do.
Why you act like your wide receiver crew is trash? Well, you got a better receiver crew.
But they do.
Your receiver crew is better.
Y'all do.
How?
They
Who?
got Jerry Judy and who else?
And Cortland Sutton?
KJ Hamler?
Oh, Cortland Sutton not on the team?
KJ Hamler is hurt.
And Cortland Sutton not on the team no more?
He's still there. Cortland Sutton, Patrick.
I don't think that.
Tim Patrick.
I ain't saying like
He's at Patrick Surtain.
They got.
That's the play that brings
I
him
mean,
in.
let's say our defense cancel each other out. But they wide receiver, I would assume they wide receiver.
I don't think.
Slightly better.
I think.
Maybe our
yours is
running back.
better,
Our
actually.
running backs who would say we cancel that out.
I think Jerry Jeudy isn't proven like Garrett. Like Garrett Wilson has done to me more. I think Jerry Jeudy, like how many? I don't know. He seemed like he's not hitting like he should be hitting. I feel like. I think Garrett Wilson has proven more, especially with like you looking for the difficulty.
Maybe I'm high on Jerry Jeudy than y'all are.
I think if my whole team stays healthy, then yeah, we can win.
I'll be picking him up in fantasy, but each year he's been,
That's inconsistent.
This
I
may
feel
be
like
a year though, because they had one whole year together. They had one whole two training camps together. So maybe they can get on the same page if he can stay healthy.
Now, hey, look, Maurice,
who knows?
be confident, boy. You know what I'm saying? You got a hard schedule, but you fight through that schedule, get your 10 wins, and let's call it.
Sure.
All right, and John, Cowboys, most talked about team in the NFL. I'm curious, is this the year? Is this your year? You finally, your plot has been hilarious for 25 plus. Is this the year?
I got to see how we end up in the playoffs. If we end up in the playoffs and we got a favorable match, yeah, I think so.
So if
we can avoid the 49ers into the end.
Well, the 49ers, don't touch the 49ers, boy. Them boys.
So what are you saying?
Avoid the 49ers into the end.
So what's the record? What are you saying? Wild card?
How many wins you get?
Or y'all winning the division?
We're going to win the division.
Because F the Eagles,
I got us probably coming out at like 12, 11, somewhere around there.
What the Eagles get?
They gonna be up there.
They
be neck and neck.
They little brothers, right? They the little brothers.
I mean, yeah, they little bro, but they gonna be up there,
Nah, I'm ready for the. I'm ready for the Eagles.
Our whole division gonna make the playoffs. So.
I don't know about the whole division. You think the Commanders make the playoffs?
Yeah, the Commanders.
The whole division?
Yeah, the whole division.
Why you say that when there's the NFC West exists? Why you saying that?
Don't matter. You saw. I mean, they were in the running until like maybe. Was it like week 11 or something?
That's because they started Carson Wentz.
They lost. I think they had lost to the Seahawks, and then that's when they spiraled out of it.
Who they quarterback?
They were close.
Who they quarterback right now?
They never have good QBs. So
I know, but like, do you actually know?
I forgot his name. Yeah, I know his name, but I forgot it.
The Kyle Trash or something
It's
That's
like
it's
Sam.
I think it's Sam Howell. I remember Sam
Yeah,
Howell.
something like that.
Is he starting?
I don't know, but Washington, they seem to have good luck, like with mid QBs. Heineke.
I mean, but he don't win. Like, I guess they.
Well, I mean, he don't win in the playoffs, but he took them.
You really good at giving like backhand compliments. Like you really good at giving.
Wait,
backhand
how's that a
compliments.
backhand compliment?
Like it just sounds like fucked up.
All we need is them to make it to the playoffs. I mean,
you think Eric Bieniemy gonna let him cook like that? Eric Bieniemy come in and because Eric Bieniemy.
And see, that's another thing,
and that's what gets him to the Super Bowl. That's what Mahomes. He gonna look like Mahomes.
hey, there you go. They definitely. Now I'm glad you said that. They definitely making the playoffs now. And then the Giants gonna do what the Giants do. If Saquon stay healthy, then the Giants will make it.
I feel like the Giants won't make it this year. I just feel like that one.
Sure.
They won't.
I just feel like it's. I think it's you and the Eagles.
You say they won't or they will?
Our defense got better.
I think it's them and the Eagles. I think the Rams end up getting back up. And
our defense got better. Our offense, it got better, but I don't feel confident about it.
We got
better receivers now.
Go ahead, Bruce.
So you saying the Lions taking the Giants spot? The Lions probably gonna take that.
The
spot.
Lions?
I think the Rams and the Lions are like gonna, because I think the Lions are gonna be really good this year. And actually I don't have to worry about that. I think the Lions just win the division outright. So you ain't gotta worry about that. I think the Rams will be one. I think the Lions just win the division because I don't think anyone else in the division.
You don't think the Vikings will win?
Well, maybe the Vikings. Yeah, it's some competition. But I think the Lions win the division this year. I think the Vikings. That's my little. I don't know if it's a hot take. I feel like momentum they had it.
We'll see.
Who? Wait. What you saying?
I'm saying the Lions win their division. I think the Lions.
Who in their division? Green
the
Bay?
The Vikings be the only competition, unless Jordan Love end up being like little Aaron Rodgers. They have like 30 years of great play quarterback. So lucky them. Only 2 Super Bowl rings, pretty terrible.
Maybe. I don't know the Vikings. They do a good job of winning games, so they always seem to be up there. The Lions.
We need some fresh.
They should have made the playoffs, but.
They beat the Packers, right? Yeah, they beat the Packers, right?
So who's the lock for the playoffs? So you think? So Cowboys, Eagles.
They can get it.
Cowboys, Eagles.
I don't know the NFC South. I don't know who in there. I'll say it's Saints just to be safe, but I don't know who.
It's the Saints, the Bucks.
No,
Bucks not making it.
Carolina, and who was the other one?
I don't remember.
The Falcons.
They're not.
The Falcons.
I think the Saints.
Who they QB?
The Falcons got Desmond Ridder or something
like that. Yeah.
I think Derek Carr and the Saints. I think
the Saints got a good defense, but offenses. Who they QB?
Derek Carr.
Andy Dalton. Oh, Derek. Well, I like Derek Carr, so I'll give it to the Saints.
I think they should win that division. Yeah.
Yeah. Either them or the Panthers. Supposedly the number 1 pick been dropping bombs, so we'll see.
He looked good. He's number 1 pick for a reason, but I think
that receiver. They number 1.
They traded him to Chicago. That's why I don't.
They traded more, but who
I don't. I have no.
They got. Did they get Chase Claypool?
No, I don't think so. But Chase Claypool is pretty terrible at this point. Like they don't. The Bears want to get rid of Chase Claypool.
I'm not saying. I was just saying like who they got to have a number 1. That's kind of crazy.
I don't think they have
to trade your number 1 away. That was a bad trade.
But hey,
then we got the 49ers.
Saints, I got that. 49ers. I think 49ers and Rams. I think they're gonna compete for that division. I think the Vikings and the Lions.
I get it, 49ers. I don't know. I'm not high on the Rams.
No, because I don't know who the quarterback. I don't know who the 49ers. Because one man got his elbow got whatever happened to his elbow all the months ago, and then Trey Lance ain't been. Purdy. Trey Lance ain't.
They're a team that don't need a QB into the playoffs. Now, when actually, they made it to the Super Bowl with.
They need like at least decent quarterback play, like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, I'm saying out of their options, they got. Well, I don't know about Trey Lance. If me personally, I'll start the rookie. Forgot his name, but I'll start him over Trey Lance.
Oh,
what's his name?
Purdy.
Not the rookie, but the one from last year. Yeah,
but if he's not ready, then you're gonna start Sam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Start Sam Darnold, Maurice. Start Sam Darnold. Let's get them wins up, boy.
They said
Sam Darnold playing well too.
I mean, he was a high prospect.
He was high prospect. He was a high prospect, boy.
But you can't call him ass if he played with. He haven't played with a decent team though, so it's hard to say if he ass.
He been playing good. He playing good at training camp.
You think Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, and you think they're only gonna win 1 game? So obviously the Jets is just not a good team.
Bro, ass.
Give him. He's on a good team, good running back, good defense. Good head coach. I could see him playing decent. He could be another Jimmy Garoppolo. Well,
he went in 10, 11 games. You feel me? He gonna win them 10, 11 games, boy.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not the quarterback they want.
Good line.
They need that next step. They don't want 10, 11.
Okay, well, why you call him ass?
He ain't come. He not gonna. Are you really gonna start?
He play with the Jets,
bro. Are you really gonna take Sam Darnold over Brock Purdy?
But Brock Purdy if he not available, it's Sam Darnold and Trey Lance.
Well, I don't know over Trey Lance. I haven't seen.
I don't know Trey Lance either.
But I'm just saying, I think
Trey Lance don't look good. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't look good.
Yeah,
when I watched him, he ain't
get the job done. But I'm saying, like, why you call him ass? You call him ass because what he did with the Jets.
Don't ask what he did. What he did with the Panthers. His career.
But he haven't been on a decent coach team yet.
What if we get that Geno Smith play? You know what I'm saying? He was on the Jets, looked terrible, and he comeback player of the year.
There you go.
That's how y'all better Jets on the
head
boy.
coach, running team.
We'll see.
That's all it takes.
You gotta go to we'll see. I feel it.
If you play for the Jets, it's hard to judge you properly. You just said Aaron Rodgers.
Zach
you
Wilson,
think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be ass?
Is Zach Wilson out son?
Yes.
Oh,
but he was on the Jets. That's what I'm saying. Like,
do you think Zach Wilson
that you have to give him more than 1 year? Like
Zach Wilson,
the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Actually,
Sam Darnold has played on a team for 3 years. He's been playing on a team for 3.
Funny thing, Sam Darnold didn't look bad his first year like that. His second year, he looked he didn't look bad. He looked something would happen his third year. I don't know what happened his third year, but then
he started seeing ghosts.
I think that's when he said that, and it was mic'd up on that Monday Night Football game.
And once I knew that shit, I was like, send him to the outer zone. So
he's like, man, I'm seeing ghosts. But,
hell no.
And they started.
But the Patriots do that to almost everybody,
especially the young quarterbacks.
Send them out,
especially in your division.
Send him out of there.
But he threw that's neither here nor there.
But I know Jesse tried to hype me up. He threw an interception on his first play. He was like, bro, Brett Favre did that shit. Hell no.
He did, yeah.
Sending his ass out of there.
But look. No funny thing. No, Sam Darnold, didn't the Jets drop like 49 the first game he played?
I don't give a damn. What did he do after that? I don't think we ever dropped 49 after that.
I know it's hard to drop 49 though. It's hard to drop 49.
I don't know if you dropped 30, okay, after that.
No, you dropped 30. Come on, you dropped 30
him.
At least once.
I don't know if we dropped 30 with him after that.
No, you probably did, man. Yeah, no, when we played y'all, I remember when we played y'all, he was looking pretty good.
He's not even the worst quarterback we drafted. That go to Christian Hackenberg.
No, exactly. No, Christian Hackenberg, he's a 5-star prospect. That boy is terrible too. No, hey, like you and Jared's team are terrible at evaluating quarterbacks. Boy, I tell you, y'all. I mean, boy, you look at Christian Hackenberg, Paxton Lynch. Boy, them people, boy, you say, dang, them boys suck. They suck. It's tough. But Sam Darnold, he may be like Geno Smith because Geno Smith was terrible for y'all, and you would said the same thing about Geno Smith, and then look at Geno Smith now, starting quarterback for a major NFL team. They love him, pay him, and everything. And Jared got worse because they give him a pick. I had to give up a pick, so they look even better now. The Seahawks look even better. You know, low key, the Seahawks should be really good because I'm just thinking they have Denver's high pick, and they had 2 first-round picks. They had a great draft. Hey,
they like us. They were like us last year.
Anyway, you know. Okay, so Jared, what, before I move on to the next topic, Jared, what do you think of the Dallas Cowboys? Because that was the original statement. So, what do you think? Like, what do you think? I know about that. It's fine. It's a natural combo. But Jared, what do you think? Like, what do you think? How many wins do you think they get?
I'm gonna go
12.
No. 9 or 10. I don't think they'll win the division. I think they'll get
you think? How many think the Eagles get then?
I'm gonna go Eagles 11, Cowboys 10.
Oh, close. What's the week 7? What's the week 18 matchup? Is it because they should have that? That should be a thing because that's a ratings galore Sunday Night Football game.
For the division.
What's the week 18? Let me see. Maurice, you look at it. What's Cowboys? What's this Cowboys schedule?
Week what? No, it's not. The last time they played the Philadelphia is week 14. They play Washington. They play Washington week 18. And they play the Lions week 17.
Why they do that? Like you know what we want to see.
Wait, who, the Eagles?
No, the
Cowboys.
The Cowboys play
we play the Lions for the last game, and then the Dolphins the game before that.
Yeah,
you play the Lions.
Week 18, y'all play Washington, and then week 17, y'all play Detroit.
That'll be for the wild card spot. That's the fight.
That's dumb. I don't know why they.
So wait, who can win? Who's gonna? If they get in 10, 11 wins, who's gonna? You saying the 49ers gonna have the number 1 seed? Who's got the number 1 seed then? like in all of the NFC.
I'm just saying. No, let me just. No, you go ahead, Jared. That's a good question. Because I don't think Trey Lance.
49ers.
Do you think Trey Lance, if he starts, Sam Darnold start, they really gonna be number 1 seed? Do you think that?
I mean, I think Brock Purdy would be.
I mean, if he's Brock Purdy, but if they don't play like, if you don't play like first month or something, like, do you think
he's cleared already? Isn't he?
Is he already cleared to actually throw and be a part of the game?
Yeah.
I want to say he was cleared like in the last day or two.
I got a month.
So they got
him over a month in like a few days.
Okay, well, if Brock Purdy's playing and he doesn't regress, then if he's playing and he doesn't regress, then yeah, maybe, or maybe it's the Eagles. Because the Eagles, think about it, the Eagles don't even really like, the 49ers hate the Eagles. Like the Cowboys hate the 49ers, 49ers hate the Eagles, and the Cowboys hate the Eagles. Right now, the Eagles are just kind of like at the top right now. So everybody's just looking up towards the Eagles, right? But 49ers are very pissed because of their game, the NFC Championship game. Hilarious to watch. I definitely need to have Zach on one of these two because, the number one thing, the number one person I need is an Eagles fan. I need that more than anything, boy. As an Eagles fan here, bro, now that's good because I get to see, that is TV. That is amazing. I need an Eagles fan here, and I'm going to look for one. And if you're watching this video and you're an Eagles fan, DM me, and you could be toxic too. If you're a toxic Eagles fan, you're a cocky Eagles fan, DM me so we can see, because John versus, look, if I brought a Chiefs fan here, Jared, it wouldn't hit because the Chiefs just are so dominant over you that there's no, like, you're not going to, like, come back at them. But the Eagles versus Cowboys, I'm here for that. But moving on to this next topic. Maurice, this topic, you brought this up and, before the show. And we'll talk about it. The NFL running backs are extremely, they feel slighted. I feel like, man, I deserve my money. They had like a Zoom call or whatever, so they had a Zoom call or whatever they had to talk and discuss about, man, what, we ain't making no money. Saquon Barkley wasn't about to show up to camp. I think it was like a franchise tag of like $10 million or something, around $10 million. And then he did show up to camp for a 1 year, $11 million deal, which is essentially like almost like a franchise tag, but whatever. That's hilarious. I just found that hilarious. But what do y'all think?
Oh, they even franchise tag. That's funny.
What do y'all think about the NFL running back position? Because I get the point of the running backs want to make their money because it's a position that, you get hit all the time. You want to be safe and getting your money long term. But at the same time,
I'm with the teams, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But you can, at the same time, if you look at some of these contracts, like Maurice, you have a first-hand experience of Le'Veon Bell. Of overpaying a running back and seeing what happens for you is absolute overpay at a high degree. And John, I don't know if you like that Ezekiel Elliott deal as much because that Zeke Elliott deal doesn't really look like it did too much. So I'm just curious, what do y'all think about the running back position?
I mean, I like the Zeke deal. I mean, he earned it. If you earn it, then you should get paid. And like his deal didn't stop anything for us. Like, if we didn't pay him and we went a different direction, like how would that have progressed us more? I mean, we faced the Seahawks in the playoffs. I don't think his deal is what stopped us from going far in the playoffs. That's all I'm gonna say. Like even last year, we just faced a better team, and then the year before that, we faced a better team. But I'm not really seeing what else that money could have went towards to where we would have actually won those games. I think we just played better teams those years. Maybe, I guess he put money towards the line or whatever. I don't know. But I don't think his money affected us.
Did y'all need DBs then at that time?
When we paid him?
Yeah, well, like 2018, y'all paid him? 2019? This is before, before what's his name? Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah.
I know we had Byron Jones. I don't know if we let him, I think we let him go the next year. But it's like, I mean, you could pay the DBs. Our defense wasn't good collectively.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, actually, no. 2018, we had a solid defense. They started off shaky, and then they ended strong. Cause that's the year when we played the Saints, and everybody's like, that's the year they was putting up like 50 points.
That Saints team was good. That Saints team was really good until they weren't. They're really good
until they faced us. Yeah. So
that's hilarious. Hype yourself up.
The defense was solid. I mean, he had 3 rushing titles. 2 years. I mean, he fell off, but
it fell off. The contract didn't like.
I think
the contract didn't like. Because the contracts usually the value gets higher. Like usually as the years go by, the value gets higher. But as the value gets higher, the production gets lower. So that's what the issue is like. if you getting higher value and playing worse, then it's just like it's compounding negatively. That's not how good investment is supposed to
like
look.
he earned it. Obviously, I do. Yeah, I agree. He earned it, but like I still think even with him earning it, I think you could have probably sent that money to probably somewhere else. In hindsight, obviously, y'all probably could have sent it somewhere else.
I feel like you need like an all-time great one
in other positions.
I think we just, I think it was more of us than paying him. Like I don't think the contract directly affected us.
I also think
I don't see where it affected us.
It's like I was watching something and they said like it's a copycat league. During that time, y'all had Zeke, like y'all was winning, so everybody was trying to do that. But now that if you look at the Chiefs now, right? They don't really have like whoever their best running back is.
7th-round running back.
7th round, yeah. Like
Pacheco.
it's a copycat league. That's what people are saying. So like the fact that like you don't have to pay these running backs this much, you could, like you said, draft one, play him 4 years or something like that, franchise tag him, draft another one. It's like the problem with the running back position to me is so replaceable. So many other positions can also do that. You got wide receivers, Deebo Samuel's doing it. You got running quarterbacks that's also doing it. Right, you can
shout out Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill, tight ends are doing it. It's so replaceable at this point. It's just hard. Like it's hard to find the value in paying all these people, especially if other people can do it. Right, when you could just do the easier route and just pay. And plus, like I think that's the only position, like out of all the positions they have, that's just replaceable. So it just they're just like they're like the bad man out. It just comes out of circumstances at this point.
It kind of reminds me like it kind of reminds me of like the let me
no yeah go ahead
I got you but it reminds me of like centers in the NBA. It's like times change, so like the NBA you have to shoot more threes. NFL is more pass happy. At one point the running back was the most important position, even more important than the quarterback was, similar to how a center was in basketball. And then as things change, like certain players come into the league and they change the league. If you want to equate kind of like Steph Curry with his 3-point shooting revolution, Patrick Mahomes with his freaking ridiculous passing in the pass-happy Andy Reid system. They both 6'3" and light-skinned, and they're both main characters. Look at that.
It's a guard league and a passing league at this point. So that's why.
So that's why you would value more of a guard, unless your center can shoot, or unless your running back is like extremely multifaceted and he stay healthy and he an all-time great.
And that's another thing too. It's healthy. It's like running backs always take a lot of punishment. It's just hard. Like there's so many things that are knocking that position. Like there's so many things it's healthy. It can be replaced. It's a passing league really at this point. The Chiefs is copycat league. People seeing the Chiefs can do without us. Everybody else can do that shit.
Can't use the Chiefs.
I mean, what I'm saying, but people.
Oh, you can use the Bills. You can use the Bills too, because like the Bills, they don't have no running back.
People
like
try to replicate,
and their success is always capped.
But I'm saying people try to replicate.
But how many
best
teams
are doing.
But how many? What's the last great running back? It may be. What's the last great running back to be a part of the Super Bowl team?
A Super Bowl team,
playoff Lenny.
I mean, he's not
great, but
like
great, in
the
playoffs,
cool.
he took it to another level.
He's at Leonard Fournette, but he's cool. But he's not.
But he got left.
Okay, if you say that, then who was the last great running back we had in the NFL?
Adrian Peterson, like Hall of Fame, like
all time.
Okay, so look at that. Look at all that gap in between. You can only name one running back that was the last great.
But like Zeke Elliott was like in his beginning years, like if you projected all that, he could have been a Hall of Fame running back, like easily. Like his first 3 years are Hall of Fame worthy, like the running back material. But he didn't feed it. But he died off.
In that same sense, if you look at like the best running backs in the league, it's almost similar to even the best receivers in the league because they don't usually even win either. But the best running backs in the league usually, like let's go back like a couple years, like Le'Veon Bell and the 3 Bs with Ben, Le'Veon, and Antonio, the Killer Bees. That's what it's called. The Killer Bees ain't win none, and then Adrian Peterson obviously fizzled out. Ezekiel Elliott ain't win none. Who else was a good running back like a couple years ago? I'm thinking like Todd Gurley. Oh, dang, his knees exploded too. But they ain't win none.
Close.
Yeah, he was close, but like the Patriots, they had
I think
James White and James White ain't no first round pick, or he just like he guy who catches the ball, run the ball well.
Touchdown?
Who?
The Patriots.
Did they have a passing touchdown?
And what? Did they have a pass touchdown win in the Super Bowl or just period?
Yeah, the Super Bowl they
maybe not. Maybe they had running, but James White was known for his pass catching ability with the running. So it's like they don't invest a lot in that. They invested a lot to like their lines and offensive line,
anything to help the passing
line
succeed,
and DBs and things of that nature, and the quarterback. But they don't invest a lot in a running back. So I mean, like, hey, look, the last one I can remember that's like pure Hall of Famer superstar maybe is a Marshall Faulk and Terrell Davis. Shout out Jared. Do the salute.
Deshaun Alexander, he went to Hall of Fame. He not a Hall of Fame.
I don't think Hall of Famer, but yeah, he lost. They rigged that game against him, but he lost that game. But yeah, it's really hard to be a running back when Adrian Pearson ran for 2,000 yards, lost in the first round.
Still lost. That's what I'm saying. It's just hard, bro. It's like I saw who was like somebody was saying like, man, if your kid a running back now, change positions.
I would hate him to be a running back.
Like what?
Because he gonna go like nah.
And then you got CT. Like it's so many things that are just wrong. Like it just sucks. It really does suck for them that the league's just going this way. But it's just like it is what it is. Like either you have to like change your game. You have to change your game really. And I mean a lot of like let's say like Derrick Henry, he didn't really have like the quarterback like he's probably looking for as well. But just like damn,
yeah, be like that though. You need to be like a Derrick Henry or an Adrian Pearson. And even then, you're not going to win, but at least you can get paid twice. You're going to get that because the goal is to get that second contract. That's your goal in any sport is to get that second contract. And I think he got his second contract. That it doesn't look bad. That Derrick Henry contract don't look bad. That's the only one I can think of.
With the Seahawks, should they have ran it or should they have passed it?
At the one, they should have ran the ball, At the 1 yard line.
Okay. And they had a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if he will be.
But
like,
keep going.
Nah, he had the.
I mean, he could be, but I don't know.
Well, in the playoffs,
maybe, it's hard to be an NFL Hall of Fame. It's very hard. Is he eligible yet? Has he been eligible?
Oh, I don't know. Nah, I'm not sure.
Because he's been gone for a while.
Come on, bro. Beast. He had a name, Beast Mode. Like,
but I don't know.
He probably was more popular. He probably was more popular than he was like great, but still.
I mean, he was good. He was a really good running back. But I mean,
Reggie Bush. Well, I guess Reggie Bush. Maybe it's
he wasn't the choice.
He
was good in USC, but yeah.
What about when they won though?
With the Saints?
Yeah, because what year was that?
09.
That was 09. He was on the team, right?
Yeah. But he wasn't
good at that point.
He was cool, but he ain't. Reggie Bush supposed to be like all time. Yeah. Reggie Bush USC going into that. Yeah, he was like, he good.
Definitely.
He good, but he not what he was supposed to be.
Second year?
No, it was fourth. I think fourth season.
I think Reggie Bush would probably succeed now if he was drafted now. He actually might.
But just like centers need to learn how to shoot threes, boy. If you're a running back, you better learn how to catch that ball, block well, do everything at a high level. Adrian Pearson, Derrick Henry level, because that contract.
Take that. Hey, not using your running back cost you a Super Bowl.
Well,
yeah,
that's
but I mean,
that's more coaching. That's coaching. That's coaching though. But like,
that's at the one.
Regardless, you could put. I ain't gonna say you could put me, but like, I don't know. You could put Reggie Bush there. Fuck it.
No, they'll stop that.
And like, what?
And that's on the one running back.
Or you could put Isaiah. What's the guy for the Chiefs? You could put him.
Isaiah Pacheco. You put James White. James White won a Super Bowl runner from the one when he beat the Falcons. Stupid team that is.
Like I'm saying, like if it's on the one.
Yeah, the Falcons was.
A lot of times these running backs are really used.
Against the Patriots,
it's like a lot of times these running backs are used.
In the Super Bowl. That was a good team. That was a good Falcons team.
It's like there's a passing.
Run defense.
It was good defense, top 10.
It was.
I think top 10 defense. But the Patriots, I mean, that to me, Reese is coaching because it's the 1 yard line.
That's a real coach.
Run the ball.
They could have a QB
Reese
sneak.
can't run, but a
QB sneak or some shit. There's a lot of shit they could have done other than give us
not a QB sneak.
I forgot.
But I think a running game. I think a running game isn't devalued. I think having a good running game and defense travels well. Like that doesn't. I just think the running back itself.
Yeah.
Like the first contract, the running back is great. Maybe some would compensate. You maybe pay the running back more in their first contract to compensate. Maybe if you want to, but like
I think you give them shorter deals.
I don't know, bro. Because when I look at like certain stat lines, I know, for instance, the stat line with Zeke and Dak. They're like when Zeke don't get 100 yards, blah blah blah. When Zeke didn't play, Dak record was this and that or whatever.
Yeah, so it's
substantially worse.
There's value.
Now I look at Saquon Barkley. I don't know what the record is, and I don't know if it's a difference, but I'm pretty sure when he's not playing or when he's injured, the Giants aren't a great team. I don't know the stats like specifically.
But look, the thing he always injured though. That's the problem. He always injured. Besides last year, it was almost 2 years.
And he wasn't injured.
That's the problem.
And Danny Jones finally made it to the playoffs.
That's the thing though. If he get injured a lot, then the value still get hurt. It's like he injury prone.
There's so many things knocking. That's the problem, man.
Jared, how you feel? Because I know you. How you feel?
Let's say
Who's high risk, high reward though?
Who's the running back on your team again?
This person is.
Oh, go ahead. Jared, did you say something? Or
yeah, he said something. I can't.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Oh no, I was gonna say is this person is. I mean, they fight for that extra yard. That's of course you're gonna be hurt. If they be like, okay, well we ain't gonna get paid, then I'm not gonna go the extra yard. Like for instance, if you're not getting paid overtime, are you gonna stay later and just work for free? You may do it, but you don't want to. I think knowing that you'll get paid, that's what make a running back go out there and play even harder. If anything, the NFL should take some of the cap away towards the team. So let's say running backs, 10% of what they pay the running backs don't go towards the cap out of 100%. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying though?
Yeah, I can see.
No, that was it.
Yeah, I give it.
Okay, but the NFL can do something like that. Like it shouldn't go against them. Like if you go out and perform and you earn your contract, you can't just say like, well, I know you about to get ready to not be good. I know you about to, get ready to be trash or something like that, or like you about to fall off. Well, of course I'm about to fall off. I already gave you everything I had. So maybe running back should be able to get a contract in the second year or something. That would be fair. But if I go give you everything I got and now my body's deteriorating and now you just throw me to the side after I gave this team everything I had, I fought for the extra yard, I played through injuries, I did all of that. To me,
sound like corporate.
That's not fair.
That just sound like corporate. It sound like corporate.
But the sad thing is but the sad thing, life ain't fair, man. Especially football. Yeah. Football ain't fair either. Jared, how you feeling?
I mean, yeah, you can see both sides. Because, it does suck that they don't pay running backs maybe what they've earned or what they deserve. But on the other side, why would you? I mean, you're declining. You're good for 3 to 5 years. There's no reason. It makes no financial sense to pay a running back who's in decline. You can just trade. And that happens to a lot of players. Like, not every player gets a second contract. A lot of times they get traded or whatever. They get cut. And it just replaced by somebody new. And that's how the league works. It's just who's new, who's good. If you're not the best, then why are you on the team?
Because it's like Todd Gurley had 20 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Almost at that second contract, too. Boy, his knees couldn't last that one more contract. Boy, he needed one more. I needed one more of them. Because look, Adrian Pearson's rare because Adrian Pearson, year 5, he tore his ACL, but then came back year 5, ran for 2,000. That's okay. You took me to playoffs just by yourself. I get you. There you go. That's the contract. But you gotta be like that guy. Yeah, like those two. You gotta be that guy. Like 2,000-yard rushing, that guy. Year 5, you're setting records and stuff. And a lot of these guys can't do that. A lot of these guys start declining, keep getting injured. Their first contract. If you miss 2 out of the first 4 years of your contract in your first contract, should I pay you what 60, 100, 250 million?
Is Austin Ekeler? Is he falling off?
The thing is, I don't
think he will.
Didn't he just sign? He just signed
year?
like a franchise side, right?
What?
Oh no, yeah, get on the Chargers.
No. This is not a knock on him. I'm saying.
I'm talking Jared. I'm talking about Jared. Get on the Chargers. Jared, get on them Chargers. Roast them Chargers, boy. Austin Ekeler gonna fall down because the Broncos defense gonna be hitting them.
Still, bro, you can't tell me Saquon still don't have a good 3 years in him. You got Saquon.
I know, but he got injured for. I don't know if he
Pollard,
like you gotta.
Tony Pollard.
It's not a safe bet.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. That's what he's
Dalvin Cook does seem to be injured a lot. So I don't know.
Is it a smart investment?
On him, but you still have other players like that can still give you a lot.
How much would you give? Are you a betting man?
How much would you give a running back? Say a 4-year contract. How much would you give a running back? Would you give him 10 million, 20 million? Well, okay, Saquon just got 11 million.
Okay,
so how much would you give?
11 million. So what are they requesting? That's kind of the question. And
I
what
think
kind
Saquon
of
wanted
financial stress is it putting on my team by giving them the
He wanted like
contracts?
14 mil. I think Saquon originally wanted like 14, 13 million.
Who's the highest paid running back? Let's see. Who's the highest paid running back?
Christian McCaffrey, I assume.
Oh.
He injury prone too. That boy injury prone too. That man ruined my fantasy for like a year plus and ruined John too.
But he stayed healthy the whole year this year. So,
bro, you can even look at it.
And next year, maybe he'll be healthy again.
you can even look at it from a fantasy football perspective, right? What is usually the easiest like position to get in fantasy? Like usually most people usually waiting on.
People
usually
wait
tight
on?
ends all
That makes sense.
is what?
What's the
What is it
position
like?
people take first?
Probably tight ends. They
What?
usually take tight ends first. Or
People
wide
take tight
receivers.
ends first?
I take
Quit
tight ends all
lying.
the time.
What?
Bro, you
Yes,
I
they
want to
do.
be in Maurice's draft.
Jesse,
I take
you gonna
tight
let him lie
ends.
like that, bro?
Bro,
What do you say? What do you say?
Do I not
What's
take
the
Travis
first
Kelce?
positions that people take? What's the position you said you
You
better
go
take
tight end
this?
first round?
Oh yeah, you take running back
All
usually
right.
first.
I take tight.
I know,
Agreed.
but that's because you pick late.
No, but you don't pick first. Yeah, you pick first. You pick the best
pick
running
in
back.
the later rounds.
No, I feel you though.
Like,
But
come
no,
on,
Travis
no,
Kelce is
no,
very
no.
valuable. Yeah,
That's
if
what
you
I'm
get
saying.
him.
I'm saying if Travis Kelce got injured, it's harder for me to replace that. It's gonna be super hard. I gotta find I gotta get like a what's my man's name for the Bears, Komet or something like that. Like I'm talking a running back position, right? Let's say Christian McCaffrey go down, right? Literally, I could probably take the second string from the 49ers, and he'll probably still do good.
What about the Giants? You saying these teams like, okay, so with Patrick Mahomes, you got Patrick Mahomes. So, of course, your running back is going to do good with Patrick Mahomes. Then you got the 49ers. They got a solid line. Of course, they're going to do well. So, take away those options. Let's say, what about the Giants?
If I probably can't go for the Giants then.
What about the Jets?
But also, if that's the case, then if let's say Saquon Barkley did get injured, right, and that was your whole lifeline, you should probably put other resources to other parts of your team other than Saquon Barkley, because
it's not smart to have running back being the
if that was the case, then you
It's
should
not
probably
necessarily-
put more effort into your line or something
That's
else.
the '90s Cowboys essentially. You don't want to be like the. It's
Not
different
necessarily
world.
it's your lifeline. It's just your best option. He's gonna be there regardless because he's the best person on the team. That's just how it's gonna be. He's no matter who they get on their team, he's gonna be the best person. Unless they go and get like a top receiver, unless they get Patrick Mahomes, he's gonna always be the best person on their team.
All right, John. Okay, so the number one paid is $16 million. McCaffrey.
That's McCaffrey.
Bijan Robinson, the Falcons guy, getting a lot of money though. He probably like top 5, which is crazy as a rookie. But
Really?
6.
Wow.
How much would you pay? How much would y'all pay for a running back? Say you have a running back, he missed 1 year, 4 years, right?
What's his talent?
1 year he misses time. Let's give him the McCaffrey bill. Let's give him McCaffrey bill. No, give him an Alvin Kamara bill. Let's do Alvin Kamara bill. Just give him that, right? He missed 1 year, torn ACL out of the 4. Year 1, he played really well. Year 2, he played really well. Year 3, towards ACL, missed the whole year. Year 4, he played kind of comeback player type of thing. $60 million is the most right now. How much would you pay your running back on a per year basis?
13, 12. Clean up.
All right.
How
John,
much
how
he
much?
requesting?
Jared, as well.
He want the max.
He wants 6,
And how-
16, but
How's it gonna
he'll
affect
negotiate.
my team? Because if it's Saquon, I'm giving him whatever you want. If it's Christian McCaffrey,
So if he asks for 20,
no, I'm
what if he asks
saying
for 20?
realistically,
Saquon asks for
come
20.
on, bro, realistically.
No, but
So, okay, let's say
we gotta break the market.
Within the market.
We gotta break
So
the market.
If it's 16, he not going. Well, I don't know how it works with running backs, but I don't think they go from like 16 to 20. Is that how they do it?
No, I mean like if
if he wants
everybody, somebody gotta break the
16.1,
market.
like,
you
come
can-
on, like
yeah.
if he wants
Market, then
16.1, just so
Like
he can be the
Le'Veon Bell.
highest,
They're not gonna ask for
I will give him
Le'Veon broke the
16.
market.
I'll give him 16.1.
But he don't want 0.1. Like Justin Herbert just got paid. He getting paid much more now than Patrick Mahomes. Like you want to break the market, and then that market get broke because the cap always get higher. So I'm not just trying to get barely high. I'm trying
with
to
the cornerbacks,
20
they
million.
only. I'm pretty sure it was Ramsey, and then who got paid after Ramsey, or either somebody got paid, then Ramsey got paid. But it was only like a couple
Slay?
$100,000. It wasn't. I may be getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was like
Was
only.
it Slay?
But whatever. Let's say he won 17. Like it has to be within reason. How is it? What is it taking away from something else? Like what else is it taking away from?
Say you have an issue with your DBs,
DBs.
and you're trying to improve your defensive back position, but your running back wants the money right now.
Okay.
So it's between him and a DB that's a pretty good DB that's out in the market, free agent. And it's kind of like you have to pick between the two at the moment.
Then I'm choosing.
And they're both
him.
they're both important positions. You figure
I'm
how you dig
choosing
me?
him, bro. What you mean? Like, why would I
Loyalty,
not choose
boy.
him? He's literally the whole team. He a team captain. The team rallied behind him.
What's happened with? Let me ask. Okay, go ahead, John.
If I take him away, what is my team? They're not a playoff team. They're not scary. I'm not scared of Daniel Jones.
But we're saying
when you put Saquon back there, it changes the whole dynamic of
what
your
if you
defense.
He got me back there. He got me back there in the first place. If he's not back there because he hurt, then I'm really just paying him free money. What about Alvin Kamara? What is he? What's Alvin Kamara? Has he been healthy? Because he to me literally like got erased from history, kind of low key.
When Drew Brees went down, when Drew Brees retired, it's like the Saints who keep up with him anymore. So it's hard to say. Like I don't know what he's been. I haven't been watching the Saints. Like the rivalry between us is dead.
Derek Carr got to bring it back up.
So was it worth it? To pay Kamara then?
No, it wasn't.
Was it worth it?
Decision.
I know Drew Brees retired, but was it worth it to pay him? Because you said the rivalry. He's not giving you like.
That's not why it's dead. It's just like they team.
They're not good.
Yeah, like you still need a good. Bro, they had not Jason. What's his name?
famous Jameis.
No. Oh, James but he got hurt, bro. He got hurt
and
too.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill.
Andy
They
Dalton.
had him. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Andy Dalton, but they had him. They had him, bro. So it's like it's hard to. You still need a decent, QB. I don't know if he. I'm not saying I would have paid him whatever he wanted, but yeah, Saquon, Christian McCaffrey, Tony Pollard. Those guys, I'll pay them whatever they want.
So if your kid was a stud, Derrick Henry's one of the people I would.
I don't know. Is Austin Ekeler? Is he? I want to say he do a lot.
Jared roast him. Jared roast him.
Are you breaking the market for them? Are you gonna break the market for them?
I'll break the market.
I'll pay him
for those four I just named. I'll definitely break the market for them. Austin Ekeler.
I keep the market.
I would have to look at Dalvin. I wouldn't break the market for him.
Not at all.
Alvin.
What about Le'Veon? What about Le'Veon Bell?
Game. I'm breaking the market for that.
Who? Alvin Kamara?
He had 5 touchdowns in the game.
He's gone now. He don't exist anymore.
Like during his rookie contract, like 2 years.
Exactly. As soon as he did that, he earned his money.
But then it's terrible now. That investment's awful. That thing got worse and worse.
You gotta understand, like, do I really want to rush back, bro? Like, do I really want to, the team, we don't have a QB, a good, decent QB. Our team is in hell right now. Is there a reason for me to rush back?
I would trade him.
No, I'm
get
not
some
rushing
picks,
back for
and
that.
then leverage that to get something else to help me out.
I'm not rushing back for that. So you gotta now. If Drew Brees was here and he was hurt like that, then maybe you could say something. But right now they almost in a rebuild.
So if your kid was a stud,
okay, go ahead.
If your kid was a stud running back, all y'all kids were stud running backs, right? 16, right? Very athletic, but his best position is running back. Would you say keep being a running back? Would you say keep doing you, or would you try to get him to play another position?
I would try to. I will get him to try to work on other skill sets.
Yeah,
that isn't just like he would have he literally. If you want to make money, let's say he's not even focused on winning. He's just trying to focus on getting money. Like he has to be one of those top 3 guys. So he has to trade the catch, or truck through a nigga, like literally, or but mainly maybe catch
jump over him too,
or jump over him, something like that. But even with that, it's still, I feel like it's still dying down because you can't stop injuries, and other positions can literally do the same thing that they doing. I feel like regardless of what we do, I think it's still a dying breed. I think it's gonna be a dying breed unless it's I don't even know. It's gonna have to be like a running back. Gonna have to play wide receiver. Literally be out there, be like.
Marshall Faulk. Give me a Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk will stay forever, boy. Marshall Faulk a stud, boy. He played well here.
You forget.
Well, not as good as receivers.
Why not? Christian McCaffrey?
No, but he's not as good. The only person I know is Marshall Faulk. It's the only person I know who's the best.
I've seen those guys line up and.
No, they good. They good receivers.
Come on, bro. Watch out. What? Okay, you got Debo. You got Debo, but who else? Who else lining up there and being impactful for multiple plays?
CeeDee Lamb does that. CeeDee Lamb does.
CeeDee Lamb run. He not in the backfield.
Jet sweeps.
Yeah, jet sweep. That's not in the back. Debo is the only one that can get in the backfield and just go crazy.
Okay, so
running backs, they can run screen plays. They can run routes. We see there's like.
But are they beating like elite corners? Are they beating like? Are they just beating linebackers? They beat linebackers, but I don't know if they beat like the good corners.
And are receivers rushing
corners.
for 100 yards?
No, but the only person I know who could beat elite corners is Marshall Faulk. Give me a Marshall Faulk, because that man will kill. But he would be amazing. I pay him. I'd pay him money. But
yeah, Tony Pollard played slot in college, so he definitely can get out there and
breakout year this year, huh?
In a few years, I feel like
a breakout year.
Give it a few years.
Wait, there's only one receiver that can get in the backfield and rush for 100 yards. It's only one, and the reason he can do that is because of the line. So you
should probably invest more into the line then.
I'm not denying that.
But if a wide receiver could do that,
I think the line is probably the most important position. Of course, you need a good line. I'm not saying that. Of course, the line is more important than a running back.
How would you rank all the positions?
But
right? How you gonna rank them in terms of importance? So you say line, that's number one. I'm assuming you would say quarterback number two, right? What's after that? Like we going from DBs, running backs, wide receivers,
we're doing offense and defense.
Yeah, like the whole,
right, so,
like everything. How would you rank
I got the line first, offensive line.
Actually, listen, fuck, let's do offense because I don't even fucking the defense don't fucking matter.
I'll put cornerbacks too, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then you got it. You know what it is. I'll put line first, QB second, running back third, receiver fourth. Fifth is tight ends.
tight end.
That's assuming that you have a star. If you can choose one star at a position, if I can choose one star QB, then I don't mind. I don't really care who the receivers are. If I have a good line and a good QB, I don't really care who the receivers are. If you got Aaron Rodgers, bro, Aaron Rodgers is going to make any receiver. That's just how it goes. Tom Brady, I ain't going to say, I don't know, because I don't want to say Gronk and all of them was just made by him. But you put Tom Brady, he going to make a good receiver. So receivers to me on offense is kind of the least important.
Would you rather have had Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell in that Killer B group? Which one would you rather have?
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really watching football like that. I was still kind of hurt.
Well, that's hilarious, but that was a good time, boy. That was a good time to watch.
But
Antonio Brown was my boy.
Out of those two, just from like kind of knowing now, I'd probably choose Antonio Brown.
That team worked well together, but they still ain't win shit.
Because of the Patriots and no plot, boy.
And
Blake Bortles beat him, and Blake Bortles randomly beat him one time too. That was a very random game, which is ridiculous.
Even with that,
45-42, how did Blake Bortles do that?
And I think
even the fact they had that good team, they lost to Blake Bortles is crazy.
After that, and guess what? After that, they ain't paid Le'Veon Bell. Once that happened, they was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna pay you."
No, but the problem was Antonio Brown lost his mind. If Antonio Brown didn't lose his mind, and then Ben eventually fell off. Yeah, tough. No plot. It's tough. So I'm gonna say final words on that. I'm curious. Final words.
Shit, I want to keep
Jared,
talking
you
about
said you. Jared, I know Maurice hit it, boy, but Jared, there's one more topic we'll talk about as well. But Jared, how you feeling? Like, what's your final words on it?
What was the question?
Like the final words on this running back, the value of running backs, and the whole market of it all.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't make sense to pay a running back. They're not gonna last. They're gonna be replaced, and it's not fun. Like no one likes that. But it is a business, and they make business decisions all the time, and that's just how it's run.
Maurice, I know you were in it too. Tell me, man, how you feel?
It's just
last words.
Same thing as it sucks, bro. It sucks for the running backs. I mean, but I think this helps other teams with winning. Like I actually think in a few years, like if they don't get like a good quarterback, one of these quarterbacks for Tennessee aren't good, they're gonna trade Derrick Henry. I think they probably trade him eventually.
They probably trade him soon.
Yeah, I mean, next 2 years,
their window is closed.
The next 2 years, they're gonna trade him because they like it's not helping them win. I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. If my kid was in running back, he got to be amazing. Literally, like catching, he got to be amazing. If not, switch his ass to linebacker or some shit. He can still truck people.
Teach my kid baseball
or baseball. They get paid a lot of money too. Hell yeah.
They get paid a lot. Long contract too. 10 years away, you'd be really safe. 10 year, $400 million, you'd be safe. All right, John, what you feeling?
Yeah, and if it was my kid as well, I wouldn't want him to play running back. I mean, it's a dangerous position. They get used and abused. They probably have the highest chance of having CTE in the end. So, of course not. I mean, I'll probably tell them play basketball or even baseball or something like that. But I feel like at this point, I agree that it's a bad investment from the owner's perspective. But I think the NFL should come in and change that. Like, for running backs, if you know the position isn't going to last as long, change it. I think you have to wait 4 years from your rookie contract. Change it for them. Make it 2. Like, there's no point in making them wait the whole 4 years when you comparing it to like a QB that's going to play 12 or 13 years in the league. Like, of course, he can wait those 4 years. Maybe linebacker, cornerbacks, whatever. They're going to make it. Receivers, blah, blah, blah. But if you're running back, you know, let them do their contracts after 2 years. Let them, you know, that's just kind of pretty much what I'll say about it.
Yeah, send that to the NFLPA or whoever is the president.
Protect your players, bro. Like,
Roger
I know people don't think the running back is, you know, but hey, I'll tell you this: no other receiver can get back there and rush for 100 yards. Debo is really nice, but Debo also has a really nice line. So I'll leave it at that.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Tony Pollard, he played slot in college.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna and he breaking out.
I ain't saying I don't know if he was hurt, so I see what y'all saying. But hey, we was winning that game, and then he went down. They didn't run the ball on the 1 yard line. Just saying, beast mode.
Hilarious. But this is also another topic I didn't want to talk about. This is a topic that has to do with what we do and essentially how we consume this. ESPN. If you know about ESPN, you know, everyone and their mama got laid off of ESPN. Oh, yeah. Everyone and their mama. So basically, Monday Night Football, if you watch Monday Night, obviously we all watch Monday Night Football. All the people that we usually watch, you know, the Steve Youngs, Matt Hasselbeck, I forgot there's some other lady too. There's a good amount of people that got taken away from ESPN, right? And essentially because of us, or not us, but, you know, people like us who do stuff on YouTube. Sports media people are coming to YouTube to watch their sports media rather than going to ESPN and whatnot, right? But I was just curious, did y'all have any thoughts on the basically the landscape of this entire sports thing? Because hey, look, what I'm trying to do, my job, literally, technically our job, but my job is to like literally get everybody fired from ESPN. That's literally my job. Because my job, I want everybody to come consume me and our sports takes rather than ESPN sports takes. So my man Max Kellerman, you know, my man Max Kellerman got laid off. That kind of hurt a little bit. You know, when Max Kellerman and Jeff Van Gundy, them boys got laid off, kind of hurt a little bit. But
Jeff was sad.
Jeff, I was like, because I really, that little finals, when the finals and stuff, Jared, you're the last person. No, he's still there. He's still there. But your team, the last person to have Jeff Van Gundy in the finals talking, man. Good, congratulations. What y'all think about that, man? What do y'all think about everybody getting laid off? What did it surprise y'all? Like, what y'all think about ESPN and all that? I know Pat McAfee show might be a big reason why, because Pat McAfee came in and took, you know, Pat McAfee kind of helped them. You know,
some I'm sad about. Some I'm like, I don't really care. Like Jeff, I was like, damn, that sucks. Boomer, I don't really care. Jalen Rose.
Boomer's funny though.
Jalen, I was like, or Booger. Is it Booger? Or maybe it's Booger, not Boomer.
Or what? Booger McFarland, whatever. Yeah.
Jalen Rose, I was sort of sad about.
No, Jalen Rose really sad, boy. If he was still married to Molly, maybe
probably, yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
tough, right? They did, yes.
Damn.
Should Molly have stayed?
Cold World. Oh, Molly? She's not there, no?
No, she ain't get fired. Oh. That'd be crazy.
So, she's still there.
Think she kind of lost.
Yeah, she's there.
Yeah. That's probably why they didn't fire her.
Get into that.
Or Malika Andrews. A lot of people are like pissed about Malika Andrews staying.
Malika,
but yeah,
she probably I don't really care about her.
Now she a lot of people have beef with Malika. When Malika's staying there, they ain't got time to.
Her best, like, nah, I sort of. I ain't gonna say, let me sort of sexist, but like one of the things that people say that's her best feature is she get people to like act out of pocket, right? Because she's like a pretty girl, and so like she has an effect on like players. So they'll be like,
is that Taylor Rooks effect?
Something like that. Like they'll say like the Jalen Rose shit. Like I hear Jalen Brown shit. Like I'm trying to win 5 rings. Like he said that
because Taylor looks
he's
right
trying to
there.
impress. Like that's what people say. That's one of our
That's
best feet. Now it's not like I mean she can't control that. I'm like it is weird. That's more on the players. But like I mean that brings viewerships in saying crazy like takes. I mean that's you like that shit just when we say crazy ass takes like that. It just brings viewers in. So that's probably the reason why they're keeping some of the girls. I wouldn't be surprised. And for other shit too, probably. You know, they probably great co-workers and, you know, other shit like that.
Do you think, because Shannon is a free agent, one of the biggest free agents of all time.
That's funny as shit.
You think
he gonna break
you
the
think
market.
like if you go to First Take, is that like that's what you watching? Is that like how big of a deal if he goes to First Take?
I don't think they should go
with Stephen A. Smith.
I don't think he should go to First Take. Like they don't go good together. Like that's because you know Stephen A.
You don't think so?
And kind of Shannon a little bit. I mean, but Shannon is a little more well versed. But Stephen A. his biggest segment, like he's nothing without the Cowboys. So if you need a person that's gonna ride for the, I mean, he can bring me up
Cowboy
there.
Fan.
Yeah, you need
Hilarious.
somebody that's gonna ride for them. Like him and well, I guess they could tag team and just begin on the Cowboys. But to me, that's not that interesting.
They can bring Michael Irvin on there. Like I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Michael Irvin. That's Michael Irvin's job. It's that's Michael Irvin's entire job on that show.
But Shannon and Stephen A. against Michael Irvin. Come on, bro. That's too OP.
No, but Shannon, yeah, they cooking Michael Irvin
because Stephen A. he got the emotion. Shannon got the facts. You put those two together, that's like a deadly combo.
Oh yeah,
And Michael Irvin,
he cooking Michael Irvin, boy.
He gonna need to tag team me or something. But I don't think they mesh well together. If they're gonna keep the show a debate style, if they decide to do it a different way, then yeah, they'll very both entertaining. I'm not a big fan of Stephen A. He a hater. At least when
I mean
when
that makes sense. You're a Cowboy.
Shannon be hating too.
It's hilarious.
But
though.
he be coming with facts and statistics and stuff where I be like, damn, he on our ass. But Stephen A. he just wears little cowboy hats and yeehaw.
But I think a big reason too. That's funny though. That's good content when he do because that give me in. But I think a big reason why people also are like looking away from like ESPN is because they talk about the Cowboys, which is fine, but they talk about like the Saint, like it's Cowboys, LeBron, Lakers. Like we you keep it consistent. It's just those because I remember there's moments where like something crazy will happen in sports. This is what Skip and Shannon, right? And the Cowboy, and that makes sense. Skip, he's a Cowboy fan, but it'd be like a 30-minute talk about the Cowboys. And like, bro, there is a lot of sport, like a lot of NFL content. We talk at 30 minutes of the Cowboys off a loss, right? Which I like, give you a good 15 minutes. And this is off the YouTube video. This isn't off like real time because it'd be different real time. They probably have 2 segments on this. So there's just one 30-minute segment. And I'm like, people want to have different things. Like you want your team to be talked about, especially if you have a decent team. And if your team sucked, then it's one thing. But if your team is like, a 9-10 win team, you probably want to get a little, because me, when the Rockets or Texans were good, I'd be sifting through, Texans segment, Rockets segment, I jump in, okay, little 5-10 minute segment here. For them Cowboys segments or them LeBron segments, there was one segment on Skip and Shannon said, should LeBron run for president? I said, bro, there's a lot of things you could talk about, bro. I don't know why. I don't know why that's a thing right now, but that's pretty stupid.
I definitely agree with that, bro. Like, as a Cowboys fan, I'm like, bro, let's talk about some other stuff. Because I remember with the, I think it was the Jags and the Chargers, like they did, I don't even know if they did like a full segment on it. I'm just like, bro, y'all should have really went in on that. Like, there's more interesting stuff than to talk about just the Cowboys. So I'm like, I want them to, expand their horizon and talk about more. Just talk about the NFL. Like, forget the Cowboys. Just talk about the NFL. So that's a real good point. Because I want to see more stuff too. Like, especially now that I play fantasy, I want to hear about the Broncos. I ain't gonna lie, Shannon used to come on the Broncos.
They cook on he cooked the Broncos all last year. He cooked the Broncos.
He went, so I take that back. But the Jets, I just want to hear about other teams as well. Jets had a good defense. They kind of cooked Zach Wilson too, so I don't know. Never mind.
The way we consume it now is a lot different, though. I think like starting to get separate.
Yeah, it's
just like I'm not like if Shannon went on First Take, I think I probably watch maybe the first episode, probably maybe another episode. On live television. Like other than that, I probably won't look at it until like they'll pop on ESPN, YouTube, or some shit. I'd rather go watch like a segment about something I'm actually interested because a lot of the whole segment, the whole show, they might be talking about some shit I don't really care. But like I might watch like a podcast like I don't know, JJ Redditor or some shit talking about I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of
some player
like
player or something
more
like
specific,
that.
Yeah,
something like that. Like it's just like it's
the Paul George podcast.
I've been listening to
Yeah.
playoff P or podcast speed shit at work. Sometimes I'll listen to ESPN thing if I look at the thumbnail or I look at what they're talking about because I want to get their opinion on some shit. But a lot of time, and I feel like it's an agenda they're just trying to run. Sorry.
It's a narrative driven.
Yeah.
It's a very narrative driven thing. Because I remember with Kendrick Perkins, they get fired. He talk about that with that Joel Embiid thing. But it's like, narratives, bro. Like I get it's for like, it's funny to watch. But when the whole content is just narrative driven and it's not a lot, like, you appreciate Shannon because Shannon does bring in, like he's knowledgeable. Like he tells you about coverages. He tells you deeper things like that. So he's knowledgeable and he's very charismatic as well. Honestly, I think Shannon just get his own show.
I was,
what I'm saying?
100%
But
without doubt.
But like ESPN, bro, like y'all, they're dying because you can only name, besides maybe NFL Live, I guess. But like, what shows besides First Take do you know on ESPN?
NBA, the NBA one. Well, it's gone now, but
They took away the jump. I used to love the jump with Rachel Nichols. Yeah. Tough, boy. I was pissed when they took that away, boy. Pissed when they took that away, boy. I'll never forget that, boy. That's tough. Get Up and First Take. That's literally all I got. After that,
Mike Green.
After that, there's nothing. There's no content. See, what they should do, and this is, I got some people also talked about this. The YouTubers are running this whole thing because most likely, if y'all are watching, but like Jared, remember what That's Good Sports? You said what you say about That's Good Sports. You said you were like on one of his like intros or something. It's a Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
But
he would use fan submitted videos in his intros.
Oh, really? Okay.
What video is that?
Fans at games and stuff.
What video was that? Actually, I need to see that video. What video was that?
I don't know. It was a long time.
Like you
ago.
asked him a question.
2017.
Like you asked him a question to answer. Is that what you mean?
No, you send a video of you at a game.
Oh, okay.
And you'll say like one of his intro things, like "That's Good Broncos" or something.
Gotcha.
And then he'll use it as his intro to his video.
Oh, okay.
But literally after the games, I'm watching That's Good Sports like recap the games because it's funny. It's quick. It's good. 15, 16 minutes. It's funny. And what's the guy from the Cowboy guy who always do the I forgot his name. Is it McGruder? I forgot my man's name. He's like light skinned. He does those little like cowboy, like there's skits. He's
I know you're talking about. Yeah. Cowboys after a loss or some shit do like that.
Yeah, that type of thing. So him, he got that segment. People want to see that. Tom Grassi is a Packers guy. Mm-hmm. That's also something there. You got the
Jet Central.
Even they said like. Yeah, hilarious. that was his guy, Jet Central. That was his guy. I wonder how he doing. I hope he doing well. I wonder how he doing. But then you got even got guys like you're talking about like destroying. He does the the one-on-one things. Like they should take those players, those guys, and put them on their content and pay them because people they have a brand. Like ESPN, no one cares about the ESPN brand anymore because that doesn't matter. Like before it mattered, but now with YouTube and media, it doesn't matter. Get those guys from YouTube. Yeah, you gotta evolve. Get the Sports Factory podcast. Get me put them on, put you on, right? Because people want to follow that.
Bleach Report. They get people from Bleach Report, but TNT doing a good job. They brought on Kenny. And what's their podcast called? Through the Wire.
Through the Wire.
They brought the whole crew. They put them in the set and everything where Shaq and them be sitting. They did a whole like.
They talked to Steph Curry.
The whole shit. They brought Kenny on First Take for like a segment. Just talk about like
they did
for like shit, but like they started it, but it's like these old like I don't want to hear like if you gonna bring people on there, I either want to hear like either YouTubers, so where I don't feel like they don't have like a narrative they're trying to push, or players really like those are the people I'd rather hear because they've been through that shit like, and I want to hear like maybe like stories that they had from the past or some shit. Maybe they went against this player. Or like YouTubers who don't have like some type of narrative. I feel like eventually Pat McAfee he's gonna have some narrative because I mean it's how it is. But I feel like a lot of these really do got narratives. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Anyway, look, literally, like I said, my job is to make sure you don't watch ESPN. All right. You come and consume me, consume my content, and don't watch ESPN. Because, like, at this point in the day, too, especially after, 11 o'clock, what is there to watch, right?
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And then, look, Skip and Shannon don't exist. It was Skip and no one else. No one want to work with Skip.
He's sad.
That show.
Bro, he's like...
I know he's sad.
He's like super depressed, I heard.
I bet because the Cowboys contest that come, he want to take them 30-minute Cowboy talks, but he can't do it because no one want to work with him.
It's because he toxic.
That's because he
or it's just like people just know he following a narrative again. Like, why don't people want to work with? Like, you getting paid, right? You getting paid. So why wouldn't somebody want to like take that risk?
I think people want to work with him. I think that's more of a it could be more of a gimmick, popularity, like a scheme type to get people, more involved once they finally. He's a master manipulator as far as.
You think LeBron, right?
So,
LeBron
there
type.
You go. There's people who want to take the opportunity, like Shady McCoy, like they.
But I don't think that hit the same. You think
it's
that
not.
Hit
Nothing's gonna hit as hard as Shannon because there's not another Shannon.
I don't think it hits at all.
I mean, I'll watch
McCoy,
it. I'll watch it. Shady.
In the beginning, I didn't even think Shannon
Skip and Shady. I don't know. I'm trying to see.
Skip and Shady. Undisputed.
Nah.
Just make another Shannon. There's knowledgeable football players out there. And maybe.
But are they charismatic and funny?
Yeah, be charismatic. I think.
I mean, Shannon didn't start off that way. So once you get him behind the camera. Oh, you know who he could bring? Well, they probably end up fighting.
Bring Gilbert Arenas.
I was gonna say he could bring like Richard Sherman, but that'd probably be a fight because Richard Sherman told him,
that man said, "I'm better than you."
And what's
better at life than you are?
Steve Smith. That's the
my bad.
one, right?
I'm cool. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
bad.
if you get guys like that, I mean, but like I said, he the type of guy he probably get out the chair and go smack him when he when Shannon took the high road. I don't know. He probably, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, because he
was
not.
Security on set.
He was way better than you was.
So, but yeah, get a guy like Steve Smith.
Yeah.
I want to see
Skip
more
for
of
his
him.
next.
He's very entertaining.
Skip got me.
Yeah.
He was getting uncomfortable when he was saying the things he can't say to certain people, actually, like you just said, because he was getting uncomfortable saying certain things to Shannon.
Better than you was.
I was like, hey, that's interesting. Hey,
so
Skip, we rooting for you, man.
Bring him up.
That shit was funny though.
Put your glasses back on. I was like, damn.
Nah, he don't give a fuck. Nah,
that was crazy.
Testing his gangster, 100%.
Yeah, he said, so you ain't gonna let me talk? Bro, yeah. Shannon, hey, respect to Shannon though for putting up with that, because I ain't gonna lie, Skip is not a person I would argue with at all, bro. Like his arguing tactic.
Oh, just straight hands?
No.
Is it straight hands?
Fight him. I'm just saying, he talk over you. Yeah. He make you can dispel his point, and all he gonna do is make a new point. Like that's horrible to debate with. So for Shannon putting up with him this long, yeah, shout out to Shannon. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I think the problem with Skip is it's like, regardless if he's actually wrong about the thing, but the fact that he think he right, mean he not gonna stop fighting about it.
Exactly.
Like you can there's certain ways you can manipulate you, like you can gaslight some person or some shit, like to make it seem like you were right, but like his shit is just like it's just different. It just don't hit the same. Like I'll be like, Skip, bro, you're wrong. It is what it is. Like. You could accept the L, bro. Like we're not gonna hate you that you fucked up, that you didn't win this one debate.
Yeah, and their debates,
you got pride.
Their debates, it starts to seem like it's not really about who's right or who's wrong. It's like who can get the funniest point across, or who can prove their point more. Even though, like a lot of times, Skip was losing, but he would stick to his point. And you know, it's that saying that just because you're yelling loud don't mean you're right. That's what they debates pretty much turns into.
You can yell and you can scream.
Yeah. Oh, see, Shannon told him straight up, you still lost the game.
It's a lot of good one-liners, bro. It's good. I'm gonna miss that show, man. Sure. I don't think it'll hit the tape. Hey,
you told me
there's a lot of beats.
It's my turn.
It's my turn. That my turn was hilarious. But that's a good meme. That's a great meme. That my turn. It's my turn. That's a great meme. You told me it was my turn.
I ain't gonna lie, Shannon used to cut him off a few times that I watched. I was like, damn. But I feel like they used to do it. They got no what?
They got no moments with Skip and Stephen A. Like I can't think of like
Skip and Stephen A were iconic for many years. It's been so long since Skip and Stephen A that my brain like shadowed it with a bunch of Shannon. But there was a lot of moments there. I'm trying to remember. I got. Going to my memory bank. That was 2016.
Yeah, Richard Sherman. And Stephen A was just looking like, damn, he cooking you. He didn't say nothing. He tried to like change the subject a little bit, but yeah, I remember when I first watched him, I was like, damn, this black dude cooking him.
But
he was just that was uncomfortable. That was crazy. Boy, on my 25 years of life, I've done more than I was like, bro. Hey, now Richard Sherman. That's good times. Bro. Richard Sherman was hilarious, bro. But the last topic I want to talk about, very last topic, is beautiful Justin Herbert with the locks and all. Has the most money in NFL history in terms of being a quarterback. And Jared, I know you're not. I don't know how you feel about Justin. I know, like, you're in the division, but John have more, like, beef with him than you do, which is hilarious. So, I'm thinking, how you feeling about Justin Herbert, making the most money? You think that, oh, my gosh, they overpaid him. What the heck are they doing with that? Or you say, okay, well, that makes sense. He has all these passing records his first couple of years in terms of first 3-year start. So, how you feel?
I mean, he's definitely talented. I don't think he deserves to be the highest paid quarterback. He's still kind of unproven. He hasn't really done anything.
But there's like 7 people who make more than Patrick Mahomes, who's the best. So like most people, there's like 7 people make more.
I mean, yeah, just because the market was reset. An event.
He has a longer contract.
Yeah. But I'm still waiting. Nothing he's done in my head has solidified him as like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He is talented. He's good. Yeah,
not one of the best. He's one. You don't think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league? Like he's not the best or top 5. Maybe he's not top. Maybe like 5,
10?
6.
He about 8.
He's about
8 or 7.
He's top 10.
He's top 10.
He's top
8 or
10.
7.
He's definitely top 10.
About 8 or 7.
Not top 5 though.
But I could see, like, for me, I could see him being, because I talked about, like, it was realistic. Like, he break the market. Someone will just re-break it from him. But then if you're a Chargers fan, like, who in the NFL, there's only one quarterback in the NFL that you're like, yeah, I'll take this guy over Herbert. Like, there's no one, I believe, that is just so much better than Herbert that even with bias, even with just, like, your bias is going to say, okay, I'll just take Herbert. Only Mahomes, the only person I'd be like, okay, like, for sure. I don't even have to think about that. But everyone else, like, Allen over Herbert, I'd be like, if they say, hey, we'll give you Josh Allen, we get Herbert, I'd be like, I'll just keep Herbert. Even if Allen's, like, better slightly, it's not such a gap where I'm like.
Joe Burrow, definitely.
Burrow, I'd be like.
No, ain't nothing to think about. Joe,
one
is a winner and the other one, just don't get it done.
What did they won?
I mean,
what
Joe Burrow
won?
Super Bowl.
I know, but he ain't win. You said a winner.
Bro,
you said he's a winner, but he ain't win.
He's been to the AFC Championship.
No, he's better.
No, he's been to the AFC Championship, what, multiple times?
He's
better, yeah.
Twice. He's been to the Super Bowl. How is he not a winner?
If you're a Chargers fan, you're biased,
no,
right? So even being better, you're not going to be like, unless he's significantly
he's a winner,
better.
Though.
Do you think Joe Burrow is significantly better than Herbert?
It don't matter
he's significantly better.
Significantly better or not. He's a winner.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all that matters. If you, okay, you say he lost in a Super Bowl, that's fine. But
Joe Burrow's he's more of a winner than Herbert. I'm not going to debate that. I won't even debate that. Like, Herbert is not, like, Herbert obviously has issues. Burrow is more of a winner. Burrow is more of a winner than Herbert.
Winner.
He wins more in the playoffs. But like, he wins more in the playoffs.
He's a winner.
But I don't know
why he's saying more.
When you say
of
winner,
a winner,
like,
Dak is more of a winner than Justin Herbert. But I want to say Dak is a winner.
He win more, but winner, like, when I think winner, I'm thinking like champs. I'm thinking when you say winner, I'm thinking champ. That's the ultimate win. Like, you win, but just losing the playoffs further. You're more of a winner. You've won more. You're more successful. I want to just call you
Super Bowl, AFC Championship, bro. Like, yeah. In basketball, you have to take it all the way, but in football, I mean, I don't think it's. I'd rather have the guy that's taking me to the AFC Championship and a Super Bowl than a guy who's taking me to a first round exit when I have a 30-point lead. Like, come on, bro. That's not even debatable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying Burrow's better. He's better. I'm not saying,
but it's not even though it's not a debate though. That's nothing to debate. Like, if I had Justin Herbert or a Burrow, that's not even.
No, but look. You would pick Joe Burrow, but I'm a Charger fan. You are just sitting like in the middle. Of course, you pick Joe Burrow over Herbert. But if you're a Charger fan, you've seen Justin Herbert, and like obviously he's not a postseason dynamo. He don't do nothing in postseason so far. But regular season, all the passing yards, touchdowns, whatever, does his thing, right? Now, bias-wise, you're gonna pick Herbert. You're not gonna break my bias enough to say, let me just go get Joe Burrow. The only person who would break my bias fully for is Patrick Mahomes because that's just a guy that just clears everyone. Burrow is better. If you just unbiased, you clearly pick Burrow. But if you're just a Charger fan, you probably go it's fine. I'll keep Herbert.
If the Chargers miss the playoffs or go out in the first round again, does that change?
Does that change? So if they miss the playoffs, I mean, they're supposed to be better. So, like, it could change definitely. I would say things can definitely change. Like, Herbert can be just a perennial choker, and then you can say, okay, yeah, and Joe Burrow makes another deep run. You can say, okay. But at this point, I'm not like, I know, like, if I had an option, I'm picking Joe Burrow. But if I'm a Charger fan, I'm just like, the only person I really trade for would be Patrick Mahomes. If I did straight up trade, I'd be content for the most part, unless it's Mahomes. And I'm like, okay, we can do a trade.
Because I'll be like, I would say, like, okay, Joe Burrow, like, they're close enough, but they have, like, their talent. There's still talent there. Like, I feel like there's still, like, what's his name? Whoever his name for the Chargers. I'm forgetting his blank on his name, but, like,
oh, wait, the running back?
No. I'm actually, like, the player.
Allen?
Like,
Herbert?
You talking about
Herbert. Sorry, I could remember his name.
Okay.
I blanked on his name for, like, a quick second. Like, I still think, like, in terms of talent, they're still relatively close. Yes, I think Joe Burrow is the better player, but they close. Damn, it's like that, Joe. It's like that, John. I think
he's like, does Herbert not even close?
It's not even close. I think you don't. You don't think at least in terms of talent, like you go.
They're close.
Okay, but if you're saying talent, but I'm so tired of that word talent. Is talent that
matter?
Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Tom Brady. Okay, how does that translate? That's all that mattered. Bro, when you look at Lamar, the one thing that they talk about when we look at Lamar is what are he doing in the playoffs? He's this, he's that. He can't throw.
Like that? Who's that person?
That's the trolls online. He throws like this. He runs the ball. He's a running back. Whatever, bro. Like, that's what they mentioned. So you cannot just absolve him from that. If you're going to say this player, and everybody say, oh, he hasn't been in the league that long, then why is he a top 5? You don't put him in your top 5 if you're gonna use an excuse to.
I think it's production wise. I think it's because of his production.
He hasn't been productive.
I think he's been productive.
I'm talking about his yards and touchdowns. He has
stats.
Like the high. His stats. That production is very high.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I don't know, because I just
literally
look
was
at the
knocking
other
his wins. Like
I look at the other QBs and I look at how they're judged. I look at the Cowboys, their QBs. I see how they're judged based off their playoff success. Then I look at Lamar.
Yeah, but that's the Cowboys.
I look at Lamar Jackson.
That's the Cowboys. Yeah.
They talk about his playoff success. So
because he won MVP.
Exactly, and he was a top 5 QB, and they're saying this guy's a top 5. But when you bring up his playoff success, they say, well, he haven't been in there that long. Okay, you got Joe Burrow. He's a legitimate top 5 player. You have to, and if you want to say Joe Burrow has the better team, I'll say he has the better defense. Yeah, but if you're a top 5, and you have a 27-point lead, come on, bro.
No, but yeah,
that's
I mean, he choke. It's a choke.
Yeah.
It's a choke.
I understand it's a choke.
At the same time,
you cannot put him top 5 if you choke in that manner. Or if you if you
can you put him top 5 talent? Top 5 talent for a quarterback?
Then you have to prove why you're top 5. Like Lamar, he had to get an MVP. He had to lead his team. That's why he was top 5. Joe Burrow, back to back. That's why he was top 5. Allen, AFC conferences. He has the stats to back him. The only thing Herbert has is stats. No, he doesn't have any success to back him. Oh, he's only been in the league for 3 years?
And then one of the years when he didn't make the playoffs, that's because the freaking coach was stupid. When the coach was stupid and they was trying to get a tie, get in there, and then something happened. I don't know what, that Raiders game? I forgot what happened in that game, but it was supposed to get a tie.
The coach played the game the way it was supposed to be played. He called a timeout or something like that. He played
I'm trying to get him.
The route that you saying to go was weak.
I'm trying to get. We both try to get in this thing, boy. What's the point of even trying to do that? I lost anyway.
But I'm saying he called a timeout to ice the kicker, or was it to ice the kicker? It was something in that manner. Oh no, they were gonna run. They were gonna let the time run out or something. They had lost the game though. He had the ball. He had the ball with the game on the line. He didn't do shit with it. That's all that mattered. He didn't do nothing with it.
They was trying to get, like, if you get a tie and my goal is to advance. I'm just trying to advance.
I understand what you're saying, but you can't put that on the coach, because who ended the game with the ball? Justin Herbert got the ball in overtime. He had a chance to win the game. He didn't do that. So the Raiders got the ball and they marched down the field, and they were in field goal range, so they pretty much won the game. the only reason if you say he didn't call a timeout was if they had mercy on them. That was it. But they literally won the game. He had the ball overtime. What did he do? Choked. Hey, he had the chance against the Texans. What did he do? Choked. He had a chance against the Jags. What did he do? Choked. So if you're gonna, well, not you, but if people are gonna say Lamar not top 5 or Lamar's not this because his playoff success, then hey, Trevor Lawrence has more playoff wins than him, and he got drafted after him. So I don't want to hear nothing about time. He's not top 5. He's top 7. Now, Maurice, to answer your question, talent-wise, yes, he's probably top.
He's top 5 talent.
He's probably top 2 as talent go. But I don't care about that.
Dang, that's high praise. Why not? I mean, I understand why. Because winning, you want wins. But that's a lot of that is also.
That's why.
But a lot of that's also like Tom Brady is for sure more of, he's a winner, straight up winner. But some of it's also circumstantial. You got to look at certain circumstances, and also looking at like Justin Herbert sitting in the division of hell, facing the main character. Little things like that kind of make things a little harder for you. The AFC North is more open, Ravens, Bengals type of thing. AFC West, hey Jared, and you kind of just like you sit and duck. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of circumstantial.
I see what you're saying, but you can only use that if he's going against the Chiefs to make it into the playoffs. He could have made let's look at this. He could have made the playoffs by beating the Texans. That's one of his chances to make the playoffs. He could have made the same year. He could have made the playoffs by beating the Raiders. They were the Chargers were the better team. So don't say because the Chiefs are in this division. It don't because the Eagles are in our division. It don't matter who's in your division if you still have a.
But they've been good.
Go ahead.
I guess, but they've been good for only one. The Eagles were the Eagles aren't consistently great. The Eagles just had.
It's not one team only can make it. There's 7 teams, so you still have an opportunity even if you don't beat the Chiefs. Of course, you got the Chiefs, and of course the Chiefs are always going to be number 1 in the division. But you still have a chance. You losing to the Texans. You can get in the playoffs, beat the Texans. Come on, bro. You cannot. You're gonna
be on the road though. It's gonna be road game. I feel it. I mean, you ain't gonna win the division. Okay. But I got you.
It don't matter if it's a road game. Now, let's say they played the Jags this year and they lost to them. That's fine to lose to them, but you can't lose in the manner you lost. That's what I'm saying. If you go out there and then the Jags just turn up, it's a close game. In the end, you lost. I would respect that, but you have a 27-point lead and lose. I cannot respect that. If you're a top 5 QB. No, name me another top 5 QB who would have lost that game.
Well, Lamar was known for blowing them 20-point leads in the season. I don't know. They set record for most blown leads, like 2-3 touchdown games.
Didn't they blow leads?
And he did. But I mean, he blew. It was 16 points in 5 minutes. I don't know if you equate that. It's kind of close. 16 to 5 is pretty close.
He got 3 points in 2 quarters, bro. Come on, Lamar not doing that. Lamar, I mean,
he was choking leads though. He was choking leads in the regular season.
He ain't really choking no lead in the playoffs that I know.
No, I don't. Well, yeah, but he got to get healthy. He got to get in there.
I mean, he had 3 playoff games.
That's
cool. The first game was against the Chargers. Ironically,
I always remember that. Yeah, I always remember that game. That game was tough. And then next game against the Titans,
he got the ball in the end. He had a chance to win. Didn't do it.
He faced the Titans the next year and lost that. And then he faced
Titans that went crazy.
The Titans the next year
and he beat them.
He faced Titans again. He beat the Titans. So he was 0-2, 1-2, 1-3. He's 1-3. He lost to the Bills, and then I don't think he's been back.
He got concussed during that game against the Bills. But regardless. You gotta get it, bro. You can't be top 5, bro. I'm sorry. You don't now, bro.
It's talent great, man.
I take money from the QBs and give it to the running backs.
Give me $10 million.
Break off some of that. You don't deserve. Really, a lot of times there's really only a few QBs that make the team. You got Allen. You got Mahomes. And then everybody else. No. I wouldn't even say him. I say Mixon plays a big role in that, and he got Jamar Chase. Yeah.
You dig?
Oh, you can put Jamar Chase.
Herbert, they got
Chase in the backfield.
They got Stephon Diggs for the Bills.
Justin Herbert ain't got no Jamar Chase. Get Justin Herbert, Jamar Chase.
Give Lamar Allen. Imagine Lamar Allen and what's the other receiver they got? I forgot his name. And Ekeler. Come on, bro.
Oh, but Keenan Allen always hurt, bro. Keenan Allen always hurt. Keenan Allen hurt every day. Keenan Allen always hurt.
Herbert on the Ravens team, they ain't going nowhere.
No, they'd be good.
Okay.
They'd be pretty good.
Yeah, good coach.
I think they'd be around the same. They have a better coach. I think they'd be around the same. What? Because look, Jared got less beef with Herbert than you do. Who did this? Someone said he better than Dak and that triggered. Is that what happened?
No, yeah, they said he's better. But when I dig deep and I go look at his career and I go look at everything and they saying he top 5, you cannot say somebody's top 5. And then, so like, if you want to say he choked and then I say he choked and you be like, well, he haven't been in the league that long, then I'll say, okay, that's fine. He's a young QB. I'm okay with that. But if you say, well, he's top 5, and then I say, well, he did this, and then you say, well, he haven't played that long, or he haven't accomplished this, and you say, well, he haven't been in the league that long, you can't use that if he's a top 5 QB. So that's what I'm saying. Like, especially when you have younger QBs with more success than him. That's all I'm saying.
So here's a final question I'm gonna ask you. What do you do? What do you do if Justin Herbert wins MVP? What is the title of that podcast? What is the conversation if Justin Herbert wins that league MVP?
I think there's a misconception that I hate him. I don't hate him. I'm tired of other QBs having leniency when they should be judged more harshly. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you want to talk about that, I won't defend him when it comes to the playoff because he hasn't been able to get it done. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. You cannot call this guy top 5, and then when I tell you his playoff history or his career, and then you be like, well, he hasn't played that long. I don't care. He's top 5. You get judged by what you are. And if you're a top 5 QB, then that's what the standards are. Now, if there were no Joe Burrows, then I couldn't say anything. If there were no Trevor Lawrences, I couldn't say anything. But the fact the fact that there are QBs out there.
How much Trevor Lawrence got?
He got a playoff win, but his second year. This is second year.
Win.
He won and won.
Yeah, with his first, decent coach. The coach last year don't count, so I won't even count that season. But I'm just saying, if it was his rookie year and I said he ain't got no playoff success, that would be different. But he has opportunities, and then you mentioned the Chiefs. You can't use the Chiefs because if he'd have beat the Texans, he would have made the playoffs. So I don't want to hear nothing about the Chiefs in this division. That's irrelevant. So should Jared not think the Broncos can make the playoffs because the Chiefs are in this division? That's irrelevant.
No, it kind of cap you. It's like it cap you. You make the wild card.
It definitely matters.
It matters.
It cap you. It's like
yes, it caps you at a wild card, but it doesn't. I'm not saying a Super Bowl run. I'm saying make the playoffs. That's the difference. If I say, oh, he can't make the Super Bowl, and then you say he got the Chiefs, then I'll be like, okay, that's fine. But this is just literally making the playoffs. You're going against the Texans for the playoffs, like, and was this a good Texans team? This was without Hopkins, JJ. Come on, bro. So and Kyler Murray. That's another one they mentioned his playoff success. So you gotta. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, they talk about Kyler Murray.
What's that?
Man, 0-1, he got blitzed right out of the league, boy. 0-1, he got blitzed right out of the game, boy. That was crazy. That boy got pick 6. He threw it up. Pick 6 with 6 yards. Pick 6 is ridiculous.
They mess him. I'm just saying, like, they talk about his success as well. But I'm saying,
what was the original question?
We got to start judging him like that.
No, because I said, what would he do if he wins MVP? And then he said he doesn't hate him. And why he don't hate him?
Did he deserve the
Justin
money?
Herbert worth
the
52 million a year or something.
He's definitely worth it. Like it's like, who else are you gonna pay? Who else are you gonna give that money to? Like, would you rather not give him that money and then he just leave, and then who the fuck you gonna get then? You gotta start the whole shit over. So you just have to give him the money. Like, even if he's not top 5,
but he didn't earn it. That's what I'll say.
Oh,
you can give it to him, but he didn't earn it.
But just based on circumstances. Just based on
circumstances. If Saquon don't deserve it, then how does he deserve it,
is Saquon worth more than Herbert? If you had 2 options, Herbert or Saquon, you taking Saquon?
I probably still take the QB, depending on the situation. Of course, you
John,
still need a.
This is what I want you to do.
You still need a QB.
I want you to do this.
But
I want you to draft. I want you in the fantasy draft. I want you to draft Herbert. I want you to have an experience with Herbert because that's a good draft because he a regular season dynamo, ain't postseason stuff, right? So I want you to draft Herbert, and then so you can have this way you can really judge Herbert. You can watch and analyze his games, analyze his performance. Like you'll be fully locked into it, right? And that's a good fantasy option.
Do you think people do that with Dak and Lamar? Just curious. Do you think people actually lock into each game they play, or do you think they go look up stats? I'm just wondering.
Are you talking about like?
Cowboys,
are you talking about like fans? Or are you talking about haters? Are you talking about trolls and haters?
General, like when people talk about their success, what do you think they tune into every game of those players?
For Dak,
or do you think they just
most people don't?
I think
like if you're not a fan, if you're not a fan, you're not going to.
I don't need.
But unless you're a fantasy, if you're a fantasy,
you tune into him to know. I just see. Were you successful or were you not? That's all that matters in the end.
But look, but sometimes you have to add the context.
Okay, what context?
If you have to, no, I'm saying like if you analyze every game he plays, because if I just don't analyze games, then it's different. But if you analyze every game, then you can see, oh, this is weakness, this is strength. Oh, this is because of his coach. Oh, this is because of him. Oh, he's not good decision making. Oh, his coach had bad. You can analyze if you have him in fantasy or if you're a fan like me, like Justin Jefferson played really well, but at the same time, I know he's inconsistent at times because he had them games where it got shut down. I'm like, dang, that ruined me in fantasy. So I can definitely hilarious. So you can track it harder. So that's why I'm saying get Justin Herbert. That's a good fantasy option. That's not a bad fantasy option. If you get Justin Herbert,
put up the stats.
There you go.
Okay,
and he'll put up some stats
for you. This for me then. I want you to quit thinking that I hate him. Okay, go ahead. Because I don't hate him.
No, but I'm analyzing your words. I don't know. I can't admit that right now. You never answered that MVP.
Well, if you make the MVP, okay, but it don't matter if you make the MVP. Lamar already proved that. It don't matter if you make the MVP if you fail in the playoffs. Didn't Lamar prove that?
Hey, look, from what I've heard, I hear you saying, but from what I hear, Jared don't hate Herbert as much as you do. Jared he knows Herbert exists. Puts him over there to the side. He has all his beef with Patrick Mahomes. He's looking up for Patrick Mahomes. He got Herbert to the side. Probably going to split with Herbert, but he's looking up in Mahomes. I know he hate Mahomes all his heart.
Top dog.
But
I don't. For real though, I don't hate him. I just feel like.
But if he watched these shows, if Herbert watched these shows, he'd get that. Be like, dang, he don't like me, huh?
I'm just saying you need to be judged correctly, or at least judged to how the other players get judged, and that's white privilege.
And that's a fair. Hey, Kendrick Perkins came out, babe. That's
Colin Kaepernick.
I was about to say as a fair point, and then he threw that out, and I was like, I'm just gonna let that thought go into the air. That just be in the air. But
cut that part
out. But this was the first of many podcasts we're gonna do. Sports podcast. He going off is good. But first of many NFL podcasts we're gonna do. NFL streams, NFL content. We're gonna follow Justin Herbert's path because definitely John has some vendetta against Justin Herbert. So we'll follow Justin Herbert's path, see how it goes. And if he wins, hey, Justin, that's good narratives. If you play really well, you end up beat the Jaguars, get your comeuppance, beat the Jaguars, and then we can all reset.
Who has a better season, Lamar or Justin?
And we can follow that. Whoever we'll figure out who get them in fantasy, and let's see who has a happier end of the season. We'll see how that goes. But thank you guys for watching. These guys are going to have fun. I'm going to be pretty mid, but these guys, they're either going to be very good, very bad. It'll be hilarious either way. And I'm here to watch. And y'all are too. And remember, come to me instead of ESPN. That's important. Come to me. Don't go to ESPN. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content. And we will catch you guys on the next podcast. We're out of here. Peace.